Will you stay no longer? Know you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. Therefore I shall crave your leave that I may bear my burdens alone.
But let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth sir, my voyage is mere extravagance. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I wish to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio, that my name is Sebastian, that I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Oh, alas, that...
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. And though I could not over far believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She's drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more. Oh.
But pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare thee well at once. I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not, even now, with the Countess Olivia?
I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. Oh, and one more thing, that you never come again, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
He took the ring of me, sir, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it at her, and her will is that it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eyes. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he'll send her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she would better love a dream. Oh, disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed before midnight is to be up early, and the most
No, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight is to go to bed early. Oh, doth not our life consist of the four elements?
Faith, they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Morale, I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool of faith.
Oh, welcome, ass. Oh, let's have a catch.
Now, by my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I'd rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast in very gracious fooling last night. I sent thee sixpence. Hadst it?
I did in petticoats thy grittility, for my lady has a white hand, and Malvolio's nose is no whipstock.
Excellent! Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
All right, sixpence for thee. Let's have a song.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
Oh, a love song, a love song.
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. That can sing both high and low. That can sing both high and low. Oh, trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know. Every wise man's son doth know. Oh, what is love is not hereafter.
It's good.
Present mirth,
Good.
present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and trendy. Youth's a stuff will not endure. Youth's a stuff will not endure. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
Mellifluous voice, as I am true knight.
Contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious, faith.
But shall we make the heavens dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch? Shall we do that?
And yet love me, let's do it. I am a dog in a catch.
Faith, sir, and a dog they say will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be that knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Now begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, prithee hold thy peace. Nay, I will not go with thee. Hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, prithee hold thy peace. Nay, I will not go with thee. Hold thy peace.
Here, if my lady hath not called out her steward Malvolio, and bid him to turn you out of doors. Never trust me.
Oh, Malvolio's a peg of Ramsay, and 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Oh, Tilly Valley lady, there dwelt a man in Babylon.
This knight's an admirable fooling. He's an admirable fooling.
He does well enough, and so do I too. He does it with better grace, but I do it more natural.
12th day of December, and good King Edward's reign. I was a gentleman, and would not come again.
What are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers this time of night? Did you make an alehouse of my lady's house? Did you squeak out your cobbler's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Sneck up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbours you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, if it would please you to take leave of her, she's very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, for I must needs be gone.
Her eyes do show her days are almost done.
Even so.
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
As much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Out of tune, sir. You lie. Not any more than a steward. Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. Maria, stoop of wine.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favour at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go sick your ears!
This were as good a deed as to challenge a man in the field and break promise.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the council is with my lady today, well, she's much out of quiet. As for Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make of him a common recreation, do not think that I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
Oh, marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
Oh, devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affected ass that cons state without a book and utters it by great swaths, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it's his grounds of faith that no one that looks upon him cannot love him. And on this vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, or by the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression in his eyes and his complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write, very like my lady. We can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Oh, I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
He will think by the letters I will drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse will make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, it will be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. Oh, I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two where he shall find the letter, and let Fabian make a third. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Princess Celia.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst needs send for more money.
I cannot recover your niece. I am a foul way in debt.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me Count.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Let's go burn some sack. It's too late to go to bed now. Come on, knight, come.
Give me some music. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was that?
Feste the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young as thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is't?
Of your complexion.
Oh, she is not worthy then. What years, if faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, sooner longing, wavering, sooner lost in one than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so. To die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! That song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave their threads with bones do use to chant it. It is simple sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Art thou ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain, by a fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you. Oh, prepare it. My part of death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strown. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save, lay me aware. Sad, true lover, never find my grave to weep there.
No, there is for thy pains.
No pains, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere, which is that which makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Okay, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that nature, the queen, but 'tis the miracle and queen of gems that nature decked her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
No, but you must.
There's no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart can ever hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea and can digest as much.
But I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I am not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place. Bide no delay.
Come thy ways, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death in melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exalt, man. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
Well, to hang him, we'll have the bear back again, and we shall fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Oh, here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get you all three into the box tree. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He's been yonder in the sun, practicing his behavior to his own shadow this half an hour, observing the love of mockery. For I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Lie thou there. Quick, in the name of jesting. For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
He,
Contemplation makes a rare turkey.
Malvolio.
Oh, rogue!
There is example for it. The lady of the strait she married, the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Lay on him, Jezebel.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Peace.
And then to have the humor of state. And after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Oh, both are Charles.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies to me there.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him, thus quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me upon your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Hey, patience.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
Once Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases, 'tis my lady. By your leave, wax.
This wins him liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. Oh, no man must know if this should be thee, Malvolio.
Marry, hang thee, Brock.
Well, I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. MOAI doth sway my life.
A fertile riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
MOAI doth sway my life. Oh, nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. But this is evident to any form of capacity. There's no obstruction in this. But the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. MOAI.
Oh, I make up that.
Malvolio! Why, that begins my name!
Did I not say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But then there's no constancy in the sequel. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
And I comes behind.
Aye, and you had an eye behind you. You might see more detractions at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. The simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. With soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars, I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon him. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to prepare thyself for what thou should be or what thou art like to be, cast off thy slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to. Thou art maid, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter service with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight itself discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point device, the very man. I do not now fool myself, or let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this injunction, she manifests herself to my love and drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my lucky stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Oh, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. Mwah! I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I would not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could marry the wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Oh, here comes my noble gull.
Wilt thou put thy foot on my neck?
Or am I either?
Shall I become thy bond slave?
Or I either?
Thou hast put him into such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
It must say true. Does it work upon him?
Oh, like aqua vitae.
If you will see the fruits of this jest, his first approach before my lady, he will come to her in yellow stockings. 'Tis a colour she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her dispositions, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
Oh, to the gates of Tartar, the most excellent devil of wit.
Make one too.